Weeks ago, we had Danae Benitez lighting up the world on fire with shooting out bombs. All week long. Week 2. Week 3, it was Kelsey Whitmore. Week 4, well, Ashton Lansdale woke up. Let's get into our stats for the week for the WPBL. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Baseboo. This is Ghosty. First time checking this out? Hey, checking us out a little bit further. We do the WPBL here and as well as history of the MLB. We will cover some current stuff on the MLB as long as it's going down in the history books. And speaking of history, we got the WPBL. And if you haven't done so yet, welcome to the channel. Please hit that little subscribe button and as well as the notification, perhaps, so you are not missing out when we come out with our statistical recap for the WPBL, as we are now in week 4 of the 6-week season. Wow, this has flew by really fast. It really has. I mean, we're only talking a couple more weeks, and then it's the playoffs. That's right. It's the playoffs already. Hopefully next season, we see a longer duration. This was just the start. 4 teams, possibly a couple more added into next season. But we're going to keep this going even during the off season. As news comes out, we're going to come out with videos. We're going to talk about stuff, talk about players. So, hey, just because the season ends doesn't mean we're going to end things here on this channel. We're going to keep the WPBL open pretty much alive all year round. Now, before we talk about statistics, I want to do a plug. That's right. Nothing about advertisements. You're never going to find that on this channel. No advertisements, nothing like that unless YouTube decides to stick it in. We're not doing monetization here. We want to keep free content for you folks. But the plug that I want to do today is statistics, stats, however you want to put it. WPBL, they have a fantastic website and they are adding more every single week to their categories when it comes to stats. So if you want to refer to the WPBL, look for stats, wonderful. That's the right place to do it, and especially with all the updated news. Last week, I introduced a new site that is up and running, and for all you stat geeks out there, there's more in-depth stats on this particular website. And once again, we are going to give a shout out to Sporty Dolphin. We're going to put the link right up there. You're going to see their logo, emblem, all the 9 yards, and as well as in the comment section, we'll also pin their website too. So be sure, there we go, to check out Sporty Dolphin, as that's where I get all my stats. Speaking of stats, let's talk about stand-ins before we talk about this week's top performers. We had some risers, we had some fallers, but pretty much all 4 teams are within crying distance of being in first place, being in second place, being in third, being in fourth. The Queens, they started out hot, and we thought they were going to be the team to beat, but guess what? They are not. The other West Coast team, the Firebells, they are proven to be the team to beat at this given time. They are sitting in first place with a 6-4 record. LA Queens tied in second place with the New York Heights with going 5-5. By the way, the New York Heights, they are on fire right now. Had a very good week, 3-game winning streak. And then you have the Boston Hunters that are sitting at the bottom of the cellar, but don't sleep on them, as they have proven that they can win these ball games. They're sitting at 4-6 right now, but only 2 games out from second place. I'm sorry, 2 games out from first place. So it is a very tight race. Now, when we're talking about stand-ins, does it mean much? Yes and no, because once the playoffs come around, all 4 teams are going to be in the playoffs. So it's going to be really the end result. But of course, we want to see who lands in first place, who lands in second, and so forth. So be on the lookout. Playoffs, they're only a couple weeks away. As a quick note on, well, last week we talked about the firing of Keith Folk. Well, we had some more changes this week. Last week was the first firing of the WPBL. This week, we had our very first trade of the WPBL. And this wasn't GM and GM. This was manager and manager making a trade. And we are talking about the LA Queens and the New York Heights helping each other out. The LA Queens got Deanna Avera, which is an outfielder, and the New York Heights received outfielder Suzu Nirazeki, and she's a 2A player. She's a pitcher also, and as well as Imi Sezeki, which is a shortstop. Usually for both teams, this trade worked out as it helped to plug some holes and some depth that they really needed. And plus, it helps the players get some much-needed playing time. Stats. our biggest one this week was Ashton Lansdale. Huge week. Our player of the week. We haven't done that as of yet, and we should be doing that. But our player of the week here at Baseball goes to Ashton Lansdale, hands down. 3 home runs this week. She broke out overall and rising in the standings. And just like in previous weeks, we're going to look at batting average and the top 5 players of the WPBL. Danae Benitez still sits on top as she carries a .658 batting average and on-base percentage of a .682, slugging at still pretty high out of a 1.316 and an OPS of a 1.998, OPS plus of a 3.26 to go along with 8 home runs, 25 RBIs, and 11 stolen base. I'm pretty much lock at this point where she's going to be the league's MVP. And mind you, she only has done this in 38 at-bats. Wowza. Alexia Jorge has risen up in the standings. Batting average now just over 500. She's hitting .519 to supplement with 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. She does have a stolen base in only 8 games, mind you. She's carrying an OPS of a 1.372 and an OPS plus of a 1.96. Kelsey Whitmore has that right there, right smack in the middle. Batting .500. On-base percentage of a .550. Slugging 1.235. OPS of a 1.785. And her OPS plus is a 280. She has 8 home runs, 21 RBIs, so just a few behind Benitez for the league lead. And she does have a stolen base, and she's only done this in 34 at-bats. And then in number 4, we have Elodie Ciarmero. She's risen up in the rankings, where she's batting .450. Her on-base percentage is a flat .450 as well. She's got no home runs, does have 2 RBIs, limited plate appearances. She's only got 20 plate appearances, but she's swinging a good hot contact of a bat. And at number 5, because of this big week, Ashton Lansdale. Batting .448, on-base percentage 600, slugging .828 with a OPS of a 1.428, OPS plus of a 207 to go along with 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. She does have 15 runs on the season and 29 plate appearances. Oh, and as well, she's got 5 stolen base. So Ashton Lansdale, she's found her offensive lock, and she has been on fire this week. Can she continue going into the week 5? That should be yet to be determined, but don't sleep on her. She is a good hitter. As we did with our hitters, we're going to take a look at our pitching stats now. Through week 4, our top 5 pitchers, starting with innings pitched. So more or less, we're going to be looking at our starting pitchers and how they are performing as the top 5. Gigi Shiano, ranking number 1 in the league right now when it comes to innings pitched. She's got 19 innings pitched, ERA getting down there, a 2.21 ERA plus of a 268. She's got a 1-0 record. WHIP is a 1.84. She's got 6 strikeouts to the season, and as well as 1 save. All right, and before we go any further, I forgot to mention, and I should have done it when I dropped the plug for Sporty Dolphin, you may see some stats that are a little bit different than the WPBL website. And the reason being is Sporty Dolphin goes strictly by the 7 innings of a game that is played in the WPBL. That's what they're basing their stats on. The WPBL official website is basing their stats on a 9-inning game, even though they were only playing 7 innings. Anyhow, since I got that out of the way, let's continue on with the pitching. Yamini Soto, she's been cruising as of late. ERA of a 3.96, ERA plus of a 150 with a WHIP of a 1.7. That has definitely came down from a long way since the first couple of weeks of the season. So her dominance is showing here. She does have 13 strikeouts on the season with 17.2 innings pitched. Michelle Roach is also having a fine season as well. Her ERA is elevated a little bit at a 5.65, ERA plus at a 1.05, a WHIP at a 1.73, a 2-1 record in 17.1 innings pitched. Kelsey Whitmore, our star offense, well, two-way player. She also is a pitcher. 6.07 ERA on the season thus far, ERA plus of a 98, a WHIP of a 2.07. Still some control issues there. She does have a 1-1 at record with 15 innings pitched. And then we have Jada Lee coming in at number five. She's sneaking in. She's been hot as of late with an ERA of a 4.77, ERA plus of 1.25, whip of a 1.43, and a 3-1 record with 19 Ks to go on the season at 14.2 innings pitched. And just to let you know, she is our strikeout leader for the WPBL as of now. In conclusion, Week 4 has come and gone. Week 5 will be starting here tomorrow, so looking out for that. What are some of the surprises that we're going to have? Will New York continue their win streak? Can San Francisco hold up on their top position? Will LA Queens, I can't even talk. Will the LA Queens drop in standings? Boston Hunters, big weekend for them. Can they grab a couple of wins and be relevant in the standings? This is Goes with Baseball. Have a great one, everybody.